Hello? I'm here. I'm a little horsey. A little phlegmy. I blame my daughter. I blame my wife. But I'll power through it. And if I can, I'll cut it down. Cut down the time. But welcome everybody to Machine's major malfunction. And I got a couple things I want to bitch about right off the bat. And first things first, and that is the Toronto Blue Jays. You fucking assholes. How dare you destroy my credibility of even being remotely taken seriously as a sports commentator. How dare you, for the second year in a row, destroy what I predicted. I'll tell you, my friend, I predicted for you to go and win the World Series, and what do? Like every other Canadian team, you let me down. You know, I root for you. I root for you because you haven't had a championship in 23 years, and that was the two between the hockey and then baseball. Montreal Canadiens, Toronto Blue Jays, where you beat my loved Phillies. And then you go and you dominate the year. Run differential, fucking staggering. 230-run home runs as a collective team. Destroying every opponent along the way. And what do? You sit there and you get beat by the Cleveland Indians. And I'm not taking away from the Indians. I'm not taking away anything from them. But let's face it, I did not see that coming, that they would get beaten 4-1 to a lineup that is not even close to the lineup of the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, yes, they took the guy out there, the stupid fuck. Now, he's going to really have to heal up his figure because, I mean, you're in the World Series now. There's no denying it. There's no way of taking that away. Now, the thing I wonder, who's the opponent? Now, I was thinking, hey, maybe LA Dodgers go up 3-1. And where are we at right now? Last time I checked, it was 10-2. 10-2, game 4 of this NLCS. And as of right now, let's see where we're at. And it's 10-2 still at bottom of the 7th. So, it looks like Cubs are going to tie the series up 2 games apiece, making the series out of it. But, yeah, the big story is Indians move on to the World Series. And how funny is that? Talking about Reagan things. What, does Hillary have something to do with this? No, that was just a bad joke. Please do not humor that, okay? But, yeah, it is funny how it is a team that hasn't done jack squat in quite some time, all of a sudden, has an NBA championship and now potential World Series in the same year when they have gone 50-some years without a championship. Find that a little fishy, don't you? I mean, well, I would have really found it fishy if it was the Cleveland Browns that were doing good too. And then that's not a knock, that's just fucking fact. That is fact. That, you know, if it was that way too. I mean, the Browns, out of all teams, yes, people were optimistic because of RG3. Granted, guy has a good work ethic. He had a little issues personally, but the one thing that held him back and why Washington was so quick to get rid of him is that he was injury prone, and let alone what happened the first game against the Eagles, got hurt. But yeah, so Toronto Blue Jays, they're eliminated. Second year in a row in the ALCS. Do I see him next year? Probably not. Do I even see him at temporary suspended? Hold on. One of our viewers here popped in. What's up, R. Miller? One of my mods, actually. This sucks. I've been temporarily suspended on PSN. Here, call in if you want to do it. If not, tell in chat. How the fuck did that happen? I'm assuming a payment issue? Time to switch to Xbox. Yeah, well, I thought you already got Xbox, because I thought you sent me a friend request. Yeah, you might as well go in there anyway. Fucking Xbox is so much better. I'm gonna be honest. I've had both. I'm actually enjoying Xbox. I enjoy Xbox more because there's more games to play. I'll tell you right now. I mean, everyone go because I mentioned this before, and we'll get back on topic with baseball. Falsely reported people. Well, how'd you falsely report someone? So people that falsely report people now get fucking nailed. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Well, it depends. I mean, what you claimed. Oh, were you doing it? Oh, that would be fucked up. Well, that sucks. Well, yeah, just come over to Xbox, man. With open arms, we'll take you in. So, yeah, well, thank you for popping in, buddy. And sorry to hear about that, and hopefully we get to play a game together on Xbox. Yeah, so, back to baseball. We got the Cleveland Indians moving on to the World Series now. We're going to see if there's going to be an old matchup between the Cubs and the Indians, or the Dodgers going to stick the way in. My prediction was for Toronto to win it all. I don't know. I think I might want to go with either Cleveland or Chicago at this point now. Now that my predictions really don't mean shit. If the Dodgers make it a World Series, I mean, I got half of it right, but the initial prediction was for the Toronto Blue Jays to win. So, I'm going to say it here. If Cleveland and Chicago wins, there you go. Good for them, because it's been quite some time for both cities as far as baseball is concerned of winning championships. Chicago, you got the White Sox that won in 05, Bulls that won 6 championships. You got the Bears that won the 85 Super Bowl. So, I mean, you have championships, but as far as baseball, well, let's see baseball and NL. The Cubs have not won since 1908. That city will explode if they won. You know that. And you got the people that be bandwagon, because that's the thing about being in a city that has 2 teams. If one sucks, you could jump on the other, and you know what people do. They do in New York. If the Knicks suck, they go to the Nets, and then the Nets are doing good, they'll go to the Nets. If the Nets suck and the Knicks are going good, they're going to go that way. Same thing with the Islanders and Rangers, Yankees and Mets, Jets and Giants. So, yeah, you know people rodhead dicks. So they can just, hey, I'm a fan of a winning team. I never understood that. That's one thing I'm going to point out, too. Because I've noticed that. And let's be honest, rappers and all kind of jump on that shit, too. You got the, hold on. I'm so mad he got banned. The person that, oh, really? Oh, we got a call. Hello. Oh, who's this?
Alex Jones. Yeah.
Hey, Alex Jones, how's it going?
Toronto lost. I told you that, Mikey. Toronto.
Fuck off. I know. I can't believe that.
Toronto was going to win the World Series. Eliminated in the second round 2 years in a row.
You know what? But can you honestly agree with me that no one could touch them as far as lineup, like what they had? They had 231 home runs this year. They had that.
They did good. They did good in the wild card, the division. They killed it in the division.
Oh man, they didn't even show up. Pitching. Yeah, but they didn't even show up to the fucking. I mean, think about it. They didn't get beat by a large amount of runs. They got beat like 3-0. They were very low scores. So if
former Yankee was the MVP, Andrew Miller.
Yeah. How funny is that?
It is.
Excuse my coughing at all. Cold's getting worse. Yeah, I'm shocked though. Toronto was knocked off in 5 games. I mean, either they were going to lose. I thought they were going to at least lose in 7. I did not think they were going to lose in 5. The way they did. It's shocking. And the second year in a row, a team that was heavily favored to even do anything, knocked out again. And this time, I don't know if you just heard me, I said at this point, since my prediction is pretty much shit, I think I will go with either the Cubs or Cleveland, because it's 2 cities that haven't won a championship. So, yeah. I knew someone was going to break my balls about it. I mean, Dorgan was already on it the other day, when they were down 2-0 or 3-0. He was breaking my balls then, and I knew it was going to happen soon enough. And as soon as I saw that they lost 3-1, 3-0.
3-0.
3-0. That's it. Yeah, that's the thing. The team that averaged 8 runs per game this season. 8 this season per game. And what were they shut out twice?
You throw the regular season stats out the window.
I know the playoffs is a whole new season, but I mean,
I'm a Yankee fan.
Yeah.
You have the best record. Look at the Cardinals, best record last year, gone by a wild card team. Don't matter.
Oh, look at the Phillies in 2011.
Yeah.
Best record. They got beat by the Cardinals. And let's face facts. That Game 3 performance was bullshit. With the Oswalt game, that was utter bullshit. And
Rangers' best record gone in the first round by a wild card team.
Yeah, or you can have 103 wins and not make the playoffs at all, like the Giants in '93.
Really?
They half a game to the Braves.
Wow.
Half a game to the Braves for the West. And this is when the Braves were still in the West because they faced the Phillies in the NLCS. Yeah, 103 wins, and they didn't make the playoffs. That is the record for most wins and not to make the playoffs.
Oh, where were the Braves in the East?
They didn't put them in the East until '95 when they did that. The first year of the wild card. Oh, not the wild card. The division series format.
Well, yeah, division series.
Yeah, when they first did that, that was like '95. It was initially set for '94, but. You know what happened? The strike happened, so it wasn't set until '95.
I was a kid then. I cried.
Oh, really? God, 94, 95, up to 11, 12. Yeah, I'm definitely old. 33. Yay.
Speaking of baseball, I was playing MLB The Show. I'm for bunting, but when you have the bases loaded and the power hitters bunt and you get cheesy runs, that's fucking pussy baseball.
Well, there was a glitch with that third base side, man. It was always an issue.
Yes. I wouldn't have a problem if you had to rip the base hit, a sac fly, grand slam, a gapper, a double in the gap. I would not have a problem, but no, the bunt.
Well, yeah, and a lot of people exploited that, and that game went to shit real quick. Even I tapped out early on. I tapped out in May. That game was so bad. For all mine. And it seems like they fucking add so many things and then they neglect on some things and then it turns to shit. NHL is kind of fading away too. They said the incentives to fucking build up your team, you can build your team up way too quick now and it takes all the fun out of it.
Yeah.
As far as hype. And they thought like adding a relocation to your team in a franchise I thought it was a neat feature, and then of course customizing. I think that's neat, but you also gotta, fix the little issues that, especially ones that have been around for a long period of time. You tell me you haven't figured out some of the issues they have, especially with the poke check. But yeah, I can't believe Toronto's gone again, and I'll tell you. You might have seen the last of them in the playoffs.
Actually, I am shocked. They lost that Game 5.
What's that?
They would win Game 5.
I didn't hear you. What was
They're
that?
facing a left-handed pitcher today.
Yeah. What, Toronto, you said?
Yeah.
They went with Estrada, right?
Indians rookie left-hander.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that pitcher, those motherfuckers are just happy up over there. Oh.
Yeah, Alex Jones here. Donald Trump did good for the last debate.
Oh, I'll get into that, of course. Yeah, I'm a little...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little angry about that. Because these fuckers were, ABC News and all, trying to discredit what Trump said and what he did.
Jim Norton was on the Anthony show.
What's that?
Jim Norton and Sam Roberts was
Yeah,
on
I didn't get to
Anthony
listen to
show.
that yet. Did not get to listen to that. I will. Yeah, have a little catching up to do. Alright, well, thank you for calling, my friend. What are you going to be watching on? Beam?
Yeah, Beam.
Alright, I got the chat up because I forgot to put it up the other night.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if you said anything, and I apologize if I didn't respond.
It's okay. It's okay.
Alright, buddy. Thank you for calling. Ramon! Get off the phone.
Dice out. Dice out.
Alright, later, buddy. Anyways, there we go. So, yeah, well, we took that call. So, yeah, I mean, the one thing I was saying before I took the call from A-Rod, not the actual player, that's the guy's name. I guess it's a form of tribalism, but why do we feel like we are personally successful for the fact that we're a fan of a winning team? Some people just have that in them, and then there's people like me, it's like, and then there's plenty like me. I'm just saying, I'm one of these guys where, well, it's cool. They worked hard, and I rooted for them, and it's good to see them win. And when I saw that in '08, it was awesome. But some people just feel like they're a part of it, and I guess that's a good thing in a way. And then there's the bad thing where you would go to a part and see Boston Celtics jerseys because they were doing good. Then the Heat. Then all of a sudden Golden State. You saw a bunch of fans around here. And the only ones I would understand is the people that were fans of the Philadelphia Warriors before they moved out to Oakland. Or Golden State, whatever. San Fran, whatever the fuck they are. I would understand that, but not a 20-year-old fan. That's called being a bandwagon and liking a winning team. Be loyal to a team and then enjoy the game like I do. So, that's all I have to say. So, alright, Cubs, Cleveland, who cares whoever wins. I mean, Dodgers last one was 88, Cubs 08, 1908, Cleveland, I think it was 1950, oh fuck, 4. Goes back, way back. So, yeah, that's it with that. There goes my prediction. I am no longer a sports guy. I retire. No, I'm kidding. So, here we go. Go from that to, well, the debates. We're about 20 days away from Election Day. And what do we have tonight? The last debate. Of course, it started off very slow. The moderator, one thing I will say about this moderator, I forgot the name of the guy that did the moderation of this debate. One thing I'll say, he kept it under control. But there were times that little chatty little Kathy bitch wanted to yap, and he shut her up. And I'm glad, because if it was the other debates where it was Anderson, I don't know what I like, cock or pussy, Anderson, and that other bitch, you know, looks like the Crypt Keeper. And what was the one before that? I can't remember. Fucking the one before that. They were all about her. They cut him off. It was good to see the other way around. But he only did it the one time, the guy. But he tried to keep it in order. But Trump wasn't having it. She threw one jab. It was like a boring debate to start off. And then she threw a jab about what he said. And that was the end of that. And she just kept rambling on about the disrespecting women. But you know what's funny? Trump did come with a good fucking zinger. And said, like, you give money to countries to, like, in society, it was acceptable for how men treat women over there. Like, if fucking women get stoned over there in the Middle East, they get stoned for being raped in the Middle East. So that was a good zinger. And then they try to go with the economic plan, saying that him cutting taxes will hurt. And I agree with Trump, and it could have been anyone. Incentives for bringing jobs over here. Give incentives to companies to bring their jobs back here. And you got to make the cuts. And then she tried to throw a thing out. Oh, well, you did it. Yeah, because that's how people have to stay afloat. You want them to stay there by the guidelines that you fucking made. Go and stay in this country and not make the money go under, and that's it. No, he had to do what any business person. In a way, I can't blame them for what they do. Okay? I can't blame for any company that does go overseas. But Trump's plan of giving them incentive to come back, taking the cuts, I think it would work. I think it'd be a lot better than anything that bitch would do. Because I could say, you know what, he's like Bernie Sanders. I actually believe they're both sincere of making a difference. I do see that. But beyond the arrogance and everything else that Trump did, that kind of holds him back of being a complete, I see some sincerity in how he feels about it. You could say whatever you want, chauvinistic, racist, homophobic, whatever you want to throw at whatever scarlet letter you want to throw at him. I see something there, and I saw something also in Bernie Sanders. I didn't agree with totally everything he said, but I sensed this sincerity in him, and I was like, you know what, I can respect that. And we are a country where you can have an opposing opinion, at least, so, right now. I mean, I think another 4 to 8 years of Democrat with the left running everything, that will come to an end. And I'll tell you, it is detrimental for the Republican Party, because the Republican Party's got to win this election. If not, it's over for them. It really is. The Democratic Party, they were, the last 8 years, running the show. And you can see the Obama administration has been an abomination, okay, in every aspect, socially, economically, running a program, Obamacare, that really just kills, like putting a gun to people's heads to either go along with the program or you're going to get fined. How the fuck is that not forced servitude? And of course, the Supreme Court is, all cahoots. Years ago, that one never passed. But yet, years ago, I hate to say it, healthcare was a lot better. It wasn't a business. It was about helping people. For the most part, you got the doctors that do generally want to help. Again, they're not all bad, just like every other thing. Not all cops are bad, or, you can think about this race, they're all bad. No, they're not all bad. There's good seats and bad seats, and again, it's just I think the greed really took over the medical field, and hence why this had to happen. But that's a whole nother part, nothing to do with what I wanted to talk about. But yeah, I mean, one thing I noticed, it's been a very fucking long time. Wow, I remember last year when Trump first started getting into us and started saying all the controversial shit. I thought every single time he was done for it. That's it. They're going to focus on the real person. You had Rand Paul, which I was strongly for during that time, and I was glad to see. I'm not glad to say. It was bad to see that he gave up, but there was nothing you could have done. Trump outlasted 18 people, and and he's this close. And that's the thing about this election. It's funny because it could go to landslide Hillary or landslide Trump. You don't know at this point where it's going to go, and I think it could go either way, and it's going to go by landslide. It ain't going to be close. I really don't think it's going to be close on this one. And hey, I mean, we'll find out in 20 days. But yeah, the future of this country, regardless of whoever wins, you're going to see a significant change. Not in the first year, but I'll say towards the end of the first term, if either one were to go on and try to go for a second term. It might happen. But yeah, it's been a long time. But the debate, honestly, and just because I'm for Trump, blah, 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 I even admit the first one, Hillary won. Hillary won the first one. And then, of course, Trump destroyed her in the second one. I give this one, even this one, to Trump. Trump got it. He went after her. The things that I wanted him to say in the first one, he finally said tonight. Well, of course, he did harp about the emails, but he talked about her husband. How she did such a shit job as Secretary of State. I mean, those are the things he should have won. And I knew he was eventually going to say it. And I said after the first debate, when Hillary did win, that he's probably saving all the shit for the last two, where he could slam her and catch her off guard. And the first one seemed like he was more on defense, because she would throw something at him, and he would try to get himself paint himself out of the corner, or dig himself out of his own grave. And that's what, I mean, reason Hillary won the first one. And then, but the last two, Trump fucking destroyed her. So, I don't care what you guys say, and you can vote for whoever you want. I'm going for Trump. Because I see more change with him than her. That's my cat behind me, sorry. So, yeah. Moving along, as we're done with the debates. Now, one thing I want to get, these, we're going to stick with the political thing real quick. The thing I want to get to is, it's a video that I saw, and again, they're trying to pull all stops, because Trump is not the establishment guy. Hillary is. He's breaking the mold and exposing all the bullshit that's going on, and they're not liking it. So you're gonna be I've been seeing more and more of this shit. So here, I'm gonna play this for you guys.
But as it turns out, only 3 of the ferrets were related. Well, with Donald Trump about to be sworn in as president, the weather has been pretty blustery. What can we expect, Frank?
Well, Jim, we are seeing a heavy wave of denial coming in from both coasts, trapping a high blood pressure front right in the heart of the country. Now, down south, that's going to push civil unrest back to the mid to early 60s. Now, along the bottom of the coast of California, all the way to the middle of Texas, we're going to be experiencing massive construction fronts, okay? It'll build up slightly, but then fall apart long before it finishes. So, look for scattered bankruptcies there, and a much heavier shortfall moving from D.C. up to Wall Street. Now, coming down from the northern border, we can expect giggling and smug looks, followed, of course, by apologies when the Wall Street suckhole just pulls the ground out from under all 50 states.
It took forever to you get
heavy stuff, Frank.
Fucking
Guess these days climate change is
let me go back. I'm sorry.
Moving from D.C. up to Wall Street. Now, coming down from the northern border, we can expect giggling and smug looks, followed, of course, by apologies when the Wall Street suckhole just pulls the ground out from under all 50 states.
Heavy stuff, Frank. I guess these days climate change isn't a hoax.
Only morons think that, Jim. But you know what? It's not all bad news. The rise in both temperature and existential misery will be cooled by the nuclear winter coming in from the southeast. Now, that should take out all sentient life on the continent, and we can look for that within the first 100 days. Tammy, you voted for Jill Stein, you thoughtless ass. Now suck it up like the rest of us. Back to you, Jim.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look, that's going to be the issue. Yeah, oh, come on. That angers me to a point where it's like, now you're not even thinking. You're just saying, oh, they do all along. But that angers me, that the level of ignorance that is. That, wow. Holy shit. Yeah, a lot of construction, and then with the construction, it's gonna trickle down. In fact, I'll tell you, his plan would actually work, guaranteed. I mean, if it was Bernie and Trump, I would be like, I don't know. Again, I don't agree everything with both of them, but if it comes down to him or Hillary, not go for Hillary, that's for sure. But yeah. That's the sort of shit I'm seeing more and more. Even on here, even on YouTube, I'm seeing more political ads attacking Trump. And all of them are saying how he says mean things. None of which... Oh, sorry, I just got a text from friend Cubs. Yeah, I guess they won. He's breaking my balls too now. Yeah, so, I'm sorry. I was getting to a point. Of course, my ADD got to me. Trump. Fuck. I hate when that happens. Fuck it. Anyways. I was going with something, but I totally forgot where I was going. Oh, well, they're trying to boost Hillary, blah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I forgot where... But yeah, I mean, I just don't know how people have confidence in it. No liar. How people think that she has us in her best interest. All she thinks about is her. It's her past proves it. She panders for votes. Alright, guys. My wife hit me up. She needs assistance real quick. I'm gonna take a break. Come back. Actually, hold on. Let's see if we can pull something up. Hold on. Oh, no, I can't. Shit. Alright, I'll be right back, folks. When we return, I'll play a couple things for you guys. Hold on. You're watching Machines Major Malfunction.